All right, guys. All right, guys. So this is Alex from Mindful Attraction 2.0. Mindful Attraction. So today we're going to be talking about why the no contact rule isn't working for you, right? Because we all hear that to get a woman to chase you, you got to go no contact her ass, right? But a lot of guys do it the wrong way on in the wrong time. So as a result, they get unintended consequences where the chick doesn't call them back anymore, right? And they get butthurt about it. Like, man, why doesn't she contact me? I went cold and she still don't come back. This is the thing. The most important thing when it comes to no contact is this. She has to have an emotional investment in you. She has to feel some emotions towards you. There has to be an attachment. Simple as that. You can't just ghost on a girl or go no contact on a girl and expect that one thing to automatically work. Because if that was the case, then we all would be doing it, right? So no, this is when no contact works. No contact works when you either cheat on the girl and or you guys break up and you don't contact her until she contacts you. That's when no contact works, right? But why do people? So a big part of that question is why you want to go no contact, because you're going no contact for an effect, right? And so if you want this in effect, then sometimes no contact is not the right strategy for it, because no contact works better when you guys break up, when she breaks up with you or you break up with her, or you cheat on her or she cheats on you. That's when it works, to give her space to come back to you, right? But no contact is an extreme, because there's two kinds of no contact: prolonged no contact and temporary no contact, for one day or for 2 weeks or 2 months, right? You could use no contact like for one day whenever you are casually seeing her and you guys have a rhythm where you guys see each other on once a week or more, where you guys contact each other every day, and then you go no contact for that one day, and she feels anxiety, right? There has to be consistency. You can't just see a girl like for 2 weeks, right, and then go no contact, and then disappear on her for one day, because she might not care enough and be able to let you go. So a big key to going no contact is first at least go before you go no contact, have some history with her. Have at least 1 or 2 months of knowing her. After the first month, then you could go no contact for at least a day or maybe 3 days, right? Because you don't want to prolong that contact, the no contact. You want to, especially if you barely know her, you want to go no contact for a short period of time. When I mean no contact, I mean you don't respond to her. I mean you sort of, how can I say this? You either don't respond to her, or you don't text her, or you take a little bit longer, right? But a better strategy to going no contact, because again, the reason why it doesn't work is because there's no emotional investment. A better strategy, rather than going to no contact, because remember, the purpose of it is to create a reaction, right? The best strategy is this: having a hint of coldness to your personality. The best form of withdrawal, the best form of withdrawal is having a hint of coldness to your personality, to your presence. That is the best kind of withdrawal, especially in the beginning. You can't go no contact with a girl that you just met. The best way to create that effect, because it's the effect that you want, is simply having a hint of coldness to your presence. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right now. But before we talk about that, because I got this question today. I got the question, and it was actually the women who asked me that, and I would in because they're part of my online course, and I was like, you know what, this is a very good topic for guys, because I was even talking to a client. I have, for those who don't know, I have monthly coaching. It's called Coaching in Pocket, where you could hire me for 1 month, and in that you could contact me in an unlimited basis, and have me for one whole month to yourself, especially if you have an ongoing problem, right? So that's where I got this idea from. So the best way to create that effect is this. This is the thing. Think about a boss you once had in your life, like a boss, right? And that boss. Think about a boss that you respected, right? Usually that boss wasn't goofy with you. The bosses that you respected, they were not goofy with you. They kept the relationship between you and them simply professional, right? But then let's say you remember, but then you had bosses who wanted to be your buddy, who wanted to be your friends. Now let me ask you this: Which one did you respect most? The one that was serious and focused about the work, or the fun one who tried to be one of the employees? The one who was serious, right? Because the one who was serious, not only was he not goofy with you, but also he was willing to show negative emotion. You also knew that his seriousness communicated a constant threat to you being fired, right? Not his lack of engagement, but his lack of investment makes you feel that, you know what, at any moment he could potentially replace me. You see? So a big part of having that sense of coldness to your personality is making people feel replaceable. And some of the ways you do that is, one, not validating them. And how do you not validate them? You don't compliment them. You don't tell them how they're your type. You know how when you meet a girl, she's your type, you tell her she's your type. You keep that shit to yourself, right? So that's one thing. Not complimenting them. And again, this is something I always talk about, but this is real shit. Maintaining your masculine frame when you're around her. That means not smiling so much. That means not making so many jokes. That means if you do laugh, you don't laugh. You laugh. No, that's funny. Like, you keep it to yourself. It's almost like you're a boss at a job and you're talking to your employees. You're like, so how was your day? Oh, good for you. I'm happy you had a good day, right? And that presence, that like, how was it? Good. That assertiveness makes people respect you. And for women, when a woman respects you, she automatically likes you more. You see what I'm saying? So that's a big part, is your energy, the energy you have around her, right? So to mitigate that, don't smile too much, keep yourself reserved, lean back, have a calm, assertive energy. Don't be a goofball. Don't laugh too much. Don't talk as much. As a big one. Have more awkward silences. Don't compliment as much. After the date, don't call. Like after the date, if she doesn't text you, don't text her. Only text her after 7 days after the date, right? When you do that, you will communicate a hint of coldness to your personality. Simple as that. But you just cannot withdraw randomly, right? One second. Gotta continue rolling this, right? One second. If you guys have any questions that I would want me to answer, what you guys can do is just like donate to the super chat if you guys want to, right? One second. That's how it is, man. Fuck, it's not a good one. That's how it is. Because she don't care if you withdraw. If she's not invested in you, she don't care. She doesn't care, right? So again, it's simple. When you're with her, in your heart, right? In your heart, you gotta sort of be a little bit bored with a woman for her to feel that sense of coldness. Be a little bored with her. Simple as that. Because when you're bored with a woman, you react less. Simple as that, right? So what I want you to do is this, right? If you guys wanna find a way how to make this happen, because I'm a big fan of visualizing, is this. I want you to imagine an image of yourself being that guy, that masculine guy, right? Being that guy that doesn't react much to people. A perfect example of that is Marlo from The Wire. You know Marlo from The Wire? He's like that. Don't you notice he's a man of few words, right? When people call him, he doesn't say, "Hey Marlo." He doesn't go like that. "Hey Marlo." Yes, right? Or even hell, "Hey Marlo." Right? Practice. See that image of how it would look like for a guy to be that smooth, that doesn't talk. It's not that you're mute, but that you reserve your words, you reserve your reactions for when it's really necessary. See what I'm saying? Let me see. I'm reading the comments. All right. So how do you do this in relationships, right? Because that's a question that I read. It's simply having your own life. Again, you don't withdraw when you're in a relationship. You don't withdraw without an excuse. You withdraw because especially if you're in a relationship, that's actually the best time to do it. You know what I'm saying? For example, one of the best ways to withdraw is after you do something warm. In other words, when you show interest, withdrawal. For example, let's say you barely take your girl out on the vacation. You take her on a day trip to, I don't know, to fucking Flowerville. I don't know, women like flowers, right? We go to Flowerville. You take her to Flowerville. Oh my God, I love the flowers, right? And now, this is funny. So you give her the flowers, you take her to Flowerville, you bring her flowers, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so happy, oh Lord, right? And then suddenly, for the next 3 days, you're busy, right? For the next 3 days, you're busy. If you live with her, for the next 3 days, you're coming home late. And as soon as you get home, you're going to sleep, right? You're there, right? But you're busy. And it agitates women. You're like, fuck, man, like you never make time for me. Perfect. Now then you make time for her. Right when she complains about the fact that you never make time for me. You want her to complain. You want her to complain that you don't spend that much time. Actually, let me write that down. Like, how to withdraw, how to use hot and cold in a relationship. Right? But generally also a bigger part, which is something I have to put, is being willing to walk away. Like having that inner willingness to walk away. And the hard part about this is that when you find a girl that she's bad as shit, right? Again, if you guys want to donate to the donation, click, donate below. When you find a girl that's banging as hell, then you're gonna sort of, how can I say, you're gonna sort of have a fear of losing her because you're like, it's gonna be tough finding a better girl. But the problem with that is that sabotages you, because then you start giving her more value. The fact that you think you can't find a better girl causes you to have more anxiety and become more emotional. And as a result, you can't have that hint of coldness, because deep down, you're not really cold. You're really, really warm towards her. See what I'm saying? The thing is, this is so sad, but you really, really, really have to be more that you cannot be with a girl that you like more than she likes you. You always have to like her less. Always have it just has to be you have to be the one. You have to be the one that likes her less, because unfortunately, when you're the one that likes the girl more, they lose interest, man. You have to be the one that really likes her less. It's you can fake it till you make it, to the point where you can get abundance and then not really care, but you, at the end of the day, you cannot care. And the fucked up part is that when you don't care, then you're like, fuck, like the whole time I wanted someone who I really want, and now I don't want any of them. And then because you don't want any of them, they want you. And then you sort of feel a little turned off by them, right? And then let's say you find someone you like, then they start pulling away. Hey man, I didn't make people, man. I didn't program people, man. So how do you display that you don't care? Again, being busy, having your own life. For example, it's kind of like when you have a friend, right? A really good friend, and then you and that friend have your own social circle, right? But then that really good friend also has another social circle that he sometimes says, yo, bro, I can't hang out with you today because my other friends want me to hang out. How do you feel about that friend? As opposed to a friend who doesn't have any other friends and he just wants to hang out with you. Who do you value more? The one who has more friends. Because you feel like that you could be replaced. It's kind of like, fuck, like it's kind of like you fight for his attention. So when you have a life, when you have things that you value, and you don't, and you put your life above a woman, that means your finances above her, your career above her, right? And having your happiness above hers, bro, it's fucking backwards, but they're gonna start chasing you. It's fucking backwards, man. How crazy is that, right? It's crazy. Because I'm reading somebody pro. It says, I stopped caring, so did she. All right, and the reason why she stopped caring is because there wasn't an emotional attachment strong enough. This is the thing, is that you have to give women time to get attached to you. And sometimes the woman is not going to give you the opportunity to withdraw. She's not going to give you the opportunity to withdraw because she's going to back away before you withdraw. So you're like, fuck. But you have to be patient. You cannot withdraw early. You got to let that avocado ripen. You got to let it ripen. And if she doesn't allow you to withdraw because she leaves before that time, then you know what? Fuck it. You just stick to the process. After seeing her 3 times, the 4th time, you flake on her. Or even after you see her 2 times, the 3rd time, you flake on her. Once a month, you go cold. Once a month, you disappear. Once a year, you disappear for a whole week or whatever. You go on a vacation. You know, from time to time, you tell her you need some space. You know, another form of withdrawal is just is being bored around her. I'm not kidding with you. Have you ever hung out with somebody that they're bored? Are you like, oh, it's simple. It's kind of like, let's say she's giving you head, right? She's blowing you, right? You don't act like you're having a good time. A lot of guys, when they're getting head from a girl, they're like, oh my God. When they don't really feel that, they're like, oh my God, just be polite. But no, if she's not doing a good job, you don't react. You just stay quiet. And she says, you don't like what I'm doing? And you're like, how about you suck my balls a little bit better? You make her work for your reactions. You got to be difficult. You got to be a difficult person for a woman to really value the things you give. Me in the comments right now. You know, yeah, people. That's how it works. Look, man, I'm coming up with a new course. It's the man's course, right? It's a course not only how to get more women, but also how to become attractive in general. So in that course, I'm gonna be including some of the material that I included in my previous course, which is how to become an alpha male. But also I'm gonna be including new things, how to find your purpose, new strategies, and new ways of doing things. And it's a little bit darker, but I think you guys are gonna like it. I think I'm gonna call it Dark Game. I'm gonna give it that name, Dark Game, because I'm gonna be teaching some fucked up shit in there, right? Yeah, I'm gonna call it Dark Game. Yeah, I'm gonna call that shit Dark Game. 100%. All right, people. So if you guys are interested in that, wait for tomorrow's video. I'm going to be putting a what you call it, a pre-order landing page where you guys can pre-order the course. I'm gonna have that by tomorrow, and yeah, it's gonna be called Dark Game. Yeah, it's gonna be some crazy shit. I already have the course, the psychological game of attraction for women, so I'm gonna give you guys that dark game. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be crazy shit, but you guys are gonna enjoy it, and I know. And again, look, man, I'm gonna be transparent. There's gonna be some new things that I learned. Some things that I learned from alpha male strategy, some things that I learned from teaching women, some things that I learned from Robert Greene, some things that I learned from my own experiences. You know, I'm not an idiot, man. Like, I know I can't. You know, a lot of coaches will lie to you that they don't watch that they don't watch other coaches. You know, but it's you got to be smart. Like, you can't you got to admit when there's source of information, and sure, you know, it could make me look better by telling you guys I don't watch other channels, but you know, my main thing is to be as human as possible, you know. So yeah, man, I'm definitely a student of a lot of coaches that I watch, you know. This guy's has helped me not to be a better orbiter. Beta orbiter. Yeah. Yo, man, you guys are making me look bad, man. I be watching AMS doing videos and they donate to him, but nobody donates to me. That's okay, man. I'm not gonna be mad. I ain't mad. If you guys want to donate, man, you guys could just click on the super chat if you guys want to. Actually, let me see if I can find my Patreon. Mindful Attraction. See if I can find it and post it here for you guys. Oh shit. Oh. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna find it for you guys. Oh, here it is. All right. If you guys want to donate, and just click on this link, and there you guys can ask questions. You can have like a monthly thing, where you guys can ask questions, and I make videos on those questions, right? Yeah, people, man. Anyways, man, I'm out. You guys have a the link on your user sound. It's hard finding your stuff, bro. Link your Patreon on your YouTube account as well as other SM like IG. It was hard finding your stuff. Oh, it's not available? Get the fuck out of here. That's insane. How is it not available? It's weird. That's BS. Let me take a look. 1 second. 1 minute. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, man. And it's one of those things. Kind of like you would think that going cold on the girl would hurt her ego enough for her to chase. Nope. No, man. There has to be an emotional attachment to that. 1 second. Settings. Community. Where is the super chat? Where is the super chat? No, I'll check it out later on. I can't find that thing. All right, people, be safe, man.